Hello and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to show you how to install JDK, Tomcat and NetBeans. I'm also going to show you how to set up NetBeans to work with Tomcat. We're going to need a web browser to download the necessary files. So I'm using Firefox. Any browser will work. So first we're going to install JDK. So I'm just going to search for JDK. Alright, so I'm just going to select Java SE Downloads, Oracle Technology Network. You could download version 8, but I want to download the latest version. So I click here. You can see also 14. 14 is the latest version. So you go to download Java SE 14, click JDK download, and scroll down. Here you will see the list of downloads you can select. If you use Linux, you can download either Debian package or DB package, or if you have a Mac or Windows. I'm running a Windows 64, so I'm going to download the Windows 64 installer and click check download. Save the file. Normally it's just going to go to the download folder. Once it's complete, I can just on Firefox there's a download button. You click on that, and you can click on the executable that you on the installer that you just download. Alright, just go to next. Next. Close. So that's it for our JDK. Now we are going to look for Tomcat. So I'm just gonna search for Tomcat and Apache Tomcat. Here, the list of downloads, you can see here, we want to download the latest one, which is 9. We don't want to download the alpha because it's not stable, it's still being developed. So let's choose Tomcat 9. Alright, and scroll down. If you have, depending on your operating systems, it'll give you a different list. Since I have a Windows 10, you can see I have the options to download Windows. If you have Mac, I think that they'll give you a list of Mac downloads. So I'm going to download 64-bit. And I'm going to choose, instead of save, I choose open in Explorer. So on Windows, you can open a zip file in Explorer. Well, it's done downloading. That was pretty fast. Now all we have to do is just unzip this file onto our C drive. So I'm going to click extract all, browse, and go C drive. I'm just going to basically save the Tomcat folder into my C drive here. Select, extract. Okay, so now we have Tomcat. As you can see, it places the folder in my C drive. This PC, C, okay, so we can see it's right here. This is my Tomcat installation. Notice that I didn't download the one with the installer, the service installer. I downloaded and download the basically it's just a zip file that has a folder of the files. You could also download the service installer, but I don't want that. I don't want the service to be running. Um, I want NetBeans to be able to control, so I'm using the 64-bit zip file here. Next, I'm going to download NetBeans. Again, you're going to choose the latest version, so click download, and the latest version is version 12, so I'm just going to go to download. Okay, so since I'm using Windows, this is what I will see. In this case, I'm going to pick the installer. You could just pick the zip folder and place it somewhere on your computer or even on your thumb drive, and then you can just run it from there. I actually want to install using the installer so that way I can uninstall later if I want to. So I'm going to download. It's going to present you a bunch of lists. We're just going to pick the default, the suggested mirror. Okay, so it's downloading. See how far are we? Almost done. Alright, it's done. So I'm just going to execute the installer from Firefox. Alright, so you can see these are the other modules that you're going to install. Java SE, which is for Java development, Java EE, which is for Java web development, HTML5 and JavaScript, and in this case PHP, because I have PHP installed on my computer. So that's why it's suggesting that I also include PHP. Let's say I don't want to use PHP, okay? So this is all I need. Accept. It's not empty. This is probably because I had a previous installation there, and that folder is probably not empty. So I'm going to delete the folder. Alright, so let's go through my program. There should be a NetBeans folder that was created previously by previous installation. Right here, you can see it's empty. Let's delete this folder. You don't have to delete this folder if this is your first time installing NetBeans, because I installed NetBeans before and I uninstalled NetBeans, but it leaves you a skeleton folder. Okay, so now it should be okay to go. Alright, so now just wait. Okay, so installation is complete. Okay, so now we can run our NetBeans. I'm just gonna do a search quickly because I don't want to browse for NetBeans. Yeah, we don't need this module. This is for PHP. So we need to disable this. Okay, so we are good to go. Notice I already have some project open because this project I created before. So we need to connect NetBeans to Tomcat. So in that case, we need to click on Service and under Server. You might not have this. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. This is probably because I installed NetBeans before, so it has some um, cache data that's stored here. So that's why you can see Tomcat. So I'm going to delete this so that way it will look exactly like what you have on your computer. Okay. So if you don't have it, you click on that. If you don't have Tomcat, you can add a server, and then you can pick Tomcat. And next, then you have to specify the location of Tomcat. In this case, we put on a C drive. So just browse this PC, C drive, and Tomcat. Click open. And we want to provide a password, a username and a password, so that NetBeans can control Tomcat. So I'm going to use admin. It's easy to remember. Password and username are exactly the same. We'll make sure that's create user if doesn't exist. You want to make sure that's checked. So finish. All right. So now we can start Tomcat. Okay. And it will ask you for the password, which is admin. Okay. So if yours is different, you may have to type differently. Okay, so my Tomcat is running. You can see it has some examples come with Tomcat. Okay. So we're just going to go build some web applications. So let's try a new web application. Select Java Mavins web applications. I'm going to call this demo 3. And make sure it's Tomcat selected and Java 7, Java EE 7. Alright, so demo 3 is complete. So it's still doing some scanning, but Okay, now we can run our, we could, we're just gonna modify this so that way we know what version it is. So just say demo 3, okay? And we can click run. Demo 3, it's working. Let's, so that's it. That's how you connect Tomcat and NetBeans together. Let me see if I let me see if I can stop NetBeans successfully from here. I mean Tomcat. So when you need to stop it, you can just do a stop. Okay, and notice it's no longer working. So you can see the pages keep loading, right? And you can go back here and you can start again, right? Let's see if you just go to the project and you run, let's see if it will automatically start this Tomcat for you. Okay, so you automatically start Tomcat for you if you just open it, and if you run a web project. If Tomcat's not running, it will automatically run Tomcat for you. So NetBeans has pretty good control on Tomcat. So that way you don't have to turn on or off Tomcat outside of NetBeans. You can do everything within NetBeans. So that's it for our video. If you have any questions, feel free to email me.